Baltimore City Council members question utility companies today about the city's conduit system and safety concerns after recent underground fires. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you so much for staying with us. Fox 45's Jessica Babb was at that hearing today and has the latest response from BGE addressing the unease.
Right now, investigations are still underway, and it's still not clear why the fires keep happening. The city owns the system, but other utilities lease it. So city council leaders ask questions about inspections, improvements, and who ultimately is responsible. We also press BGE officials ourselves. With the backdrop of City Hall,
which is quite concerning that these incidents are happening.
City officials and utility companies like BGE are in the hot seat.
It's less about assigning the blame than it is about just making sure that this type of thing gets prevented from happening again.
With several underground fires sparking in the city's conduit system, a network of about 700 miles of ducts and utility infrastructure hidden beneath the city's streets, Baltimore City Council members are trying to get to the bottom of it.
Do we have a plan in place to start having proactive inspections in these high-risk areas?
We'll have to do so. Actually, we're going to be able to develop some plans.
With the investigation into the most recent fire still happening, before the hearing, we pressed Tom Rafferty, BGE's Director of Regional Electric Operations. What is leading to these conduit fires?
It's hard to say exactly.
But with many of the ducts made with terracotta, they say sometimes they can shift.
So you look at the aging infrastructure of the terracotta and the Orangeburg facilities, and you look at that in combination with the heat. Sometimes that conduit can collapse, cause damage to the insulation. That steam, that heat, that moisture can add moisture into the cables and then cause that fire.
The fires causing major issues for residents and businesses. The city owns the conduit, but BGE has infrastructure down there. So whose responsibility is it to prevent these fires from happening?
I think it's everybody's job to prevent it, right?
BGE says they are working with the city to prevent future fires and are implementing newer technology, monitoring systems, and are looking into different kinds of ducts.
So for like the past events, Stroll Street fires, we verified that our inspections were up to date, right? And for this event here, our inspections were up to date.
But that's not the only fire BGE is putting out. This now unredacted report is providing more information about an inspector fired after being caught falsifying records and spending time on his boat when he should have been working.
Disturbing conduct over at BGE with respect to their laissez-faire attitude on gas pipeline inspections.
The report from the Maryland Public Service Commission Engineering Division found an inspector for the Corrosion, Leak, and Proactive Service Program with BGE neglected his job duties, failing to complete required inspection reports, and spending time on his personal boat in a private marina during work hours, falsifying timesheets, payroll records, and one post-audit report. Well, the report says his job was to oversee other contractors, making sure they meet contractual obligations. It also says the inspector's job was considered a safety-sensitive function. The report goes on to show this inspector performed way fewer field audits compared to others.
This type of conduct outlined in this investigative report is wholly unacceptable.
The PSC Engineering Division finding gaps in BGE's quality assurance and oversight. They say while they can't independently verify whether the integrity of the gas infrastructure was impacted, they say it can't be presumed where the inspection and documentation chain has been compromised. So in another matter, a Public Service Commission engineering report identified gaps in BGE's oversight when it comes to natural gas pipelines. Do you think there could be any oversights when it comes to BGE's management of the conduit system? Off camera, following up with BGE, they continue to say the former employee was not responsible for safety inspections, only making sure BGE contractors performed work according to their contracts. They say there is no indication that the former employee's actions compromised BGE's gas system. Instead, they say this was a personnel matter they handled. A spokesperson with BGE says they ensure contractor work is performed correctly and is safe because of the testing they do on their system. In response to my question about BGE's oversight, a spokesperson said the engineering report did not identify oversight gaps, but instead led the commission to question whether the conduct of one former BGE employee represented a larger issue. BGE says they investigated on their own and determined it was not. As for the conduit, they say the city is responsible for the overall system inspections, and BGE is responsible for its facilities in the conduit, which they say they have a rigorous inspection process for. In the studio, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.